So it's funny to see you here, despite the fact that I said I'm only going to leave this episode for the Real Madrid game. But we have a chance to actually secure the title today. And if I click space, what will happen? Will we secure the title? We've played well. Are we going to get it? Yes, we are. So before the episode kicks off, you get to see this beautiful thing. No one is surprised. I will genuinely say not a single person is surprised. And oh my god, how small Milanovic is compared to everyone. That's hilarious. We managed to beat TSC 2-0. We managed to win the league. We are the best team in Serbia, and we have been for the last how many years I've done this. Absolutely incredible. We haven't lost a single league game since I've taken over Partizan. Again, I'm going to repeat this every single time, and we lift the trophy once again, this time at home, not in front of Crvena Zvezda fans, not in front of a car park. We lift it at home where we belong. Everyone claps for us. 2-0 against TSC, but we can't stop yet. So I'm going to roll the intro, and you'll see a different me in time for the Real Madrid game. Hi guys, MrSpaceman reporting for duty, and welcome back to another beautiful day where we take on another massive freaking side. We're taking on Real Madrid, we're taking on Carlo Ancelotti, and the last time we have done so, we lost 1-0. To be fair, not the worst result against a massive Real Madrid side, but it's a bit scary. Not gonna lie to you. I mean, just looking at how good they've been for the past, well, a lot of years. To be fair, they've been first and second for a while. They won it last year. They won the Spanish First Division, the La Liga. So they're a very good side, and we know they're a good side, and they have Jude Bellingham. Yeah, I mean, in terms of their squad, do I even need to tell you how good of a team it is? Oh my freaking god. They are incredible. They're probably the best side that I've seen ever. I think, oh my god, every single player on their team is incredible. And they're also roughly around the same age, which is absolutely scary because this means that for the next... Well, how old is the oldest player in and around the squad? The oldest player is Eder Militao. So that means basically every single player has another 3 to 4 years. No, more, maybe like 5 years at their peak. Especially, just how good, we can keep, I guess, older players performing at a high level. This is going to be awful. This is probably worse than City, I think, for me. Because City have always been broken, but they do have a few kind of like aging stars. They don't really. I think potentially their only aging star is Thibaut Courtois, who hasn't dropped off. He is still a GOAT. It's actually insane for me to think that he has been at Real Madrid for so long, because even before FM started this year, he's already been at Real Madrid longer than he's been at Chelsea. Well, I mean, if you take into account all the times he's been loaned, yeah, fair enough. But like, Thibaut Courtois is a Real Madrid legend. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think our squad has the same type of skills as Real Madrid does. But we have something that they don't. And that's heart. I mean, no, probably they do have heart. Real Madrid is a massive side. I love Carlo Ancelotti. He's my favorite football manager in the world. I respect him so much. And one day, when I grow up and be a football manager, hopefully in real life, I will be exactly like him. Especially the style. Oh, I want to be so stylish. But before we get there, we need to get through this, because there is going to be a more reasonable approach to this game. First of all, we're going to go balanced, and we're going to go back to our normal formation. Like I said in the previous episode, it's not the tactics' fault that I misused it. Absolutely expected. This tactic is better. It's more balanced. We've thought about it more. And to be fair, it suits our players a little bit more. So with that in mind, we've only made two big personnel changes. First of all, Barco is going to start on the left, mainly because Borza is a little bit chuggy. He's a bit tired. And also, I like Barco, and I just want to kick Borza up the ass. I mean, to be fair, I wonder if I compare them how different they're going to be. I mean, Borza is a better, well-rounded player, and Valentin Barco is just a much better attacking threat. I don't believe that Borza has 12 defending. It has to be much less, and I don't believe that his mentals are so high because the man disappears so often. But I'm going to give Barco a chance. He's good. Hopefully, he's fast as well to cover back and help with everything else. I can't believe how slow he is. He needs to develop his pace a little bit more. And also the second change is that I'm playing Deans in a more reasonable formation. I'm moving him up. I'm playing Villagra as the advanced playmaker. He's kind of earned that spot right now. I think he's incredible. Povic needs to have a good game because he's going to be basically facing Osimhen on the other side. So we need to score more than Osimhen, which is going to be tough. And Saldania is Saldania. He's a GOAT. Right. Anyways, enough of this. What is going to happen in today's episode? Well, actually, we're taking on Real Madrid twice, and they most likely will line up in a 4-3-3. So it's kind of interesting to see how well we can cope with this. Last episode, obviously against Milan, they used it twice. It didn't really do the best. Potentially, we keep getting outnumbered and the wingbacks don't cover back enough. Hopefully, with the help of Martinelli, he can cut in a bit more and be a better player. We didn't have him for the last game. No, we didn't have him for the last game. So hopefully he can help us a little bit. So I think I'm going to stick Villagra, an advanced playmaker. That way we do have the 3 midfielders here. So 4-3-3 kind of... Yeah, this basically will become a 4-3-3 kind of if we're on attack. So if he slots in and they kind of slot in like this. It's good. It kind of works. It's kind of balanced. Real Madrid is insane. It doesn't matter how much tactics I'm going to put. Sometimes it might not be enough. Enough stalling. We have this game to play. We have the Real Madrid second leg to play today as well. So it's going to be a nice, big, juicy episode. Here we are at the biggest stage in the world. The Champions League, the semi-final against Real Madrid. Absolutely insane. I completely blanked on the starting lineup. But I will assume Osimhen is starting. I will assume Bellingham is starting. Camavinga is starting. And Thibaut Courtois is starting. So, you know, that absolutely makes sense. I still love the fact how there's really only one guy who's probably worth more than our whole side. I think Milinkovic is the only guy with a high salary. And to be fair, no, Martinelli actually is the first. Well, I think he's like on 90k. So there we go. We're approaching in terms of wages. Are we there in terms of skill? Well, you know, that's a terrifying sight. Looking at it now, I'm glad I missed it, and I'm sad I have the formation here on the tablet. It's awful, as Camavinga will start. Valverde passes it off to Vini Jr. And what is this side? Who am I playing? Camavinga, Vini Jr., Valverde. Is he going to step up and line up a shot? He kind of does. Finds Arnau, who I'm not sure who he is. Could be a regen. Who finds Osimhen. And this time, he doesn't wait for the second half to score. He scores in the first 8 minutes. Oh my god. This is probably, unfortunately, and super sadly, the end. I mean, we'll see how it will play out. We might have to try and fight through this as much as I can. The dread has settled in with that goal. And there's nothing that, Viti can do against Osimhen, who's just a goat. I mean, granted, nothing else has happened. I've put us on a bit more positive because we have the bulk of possession as we hit the crossbar. And Dean's almost told me that, look, this is why you should play me. That was a good chance. Like, nothing has happened so far, but they have managed to play themselves back the second I set to positive, which is not good because it's the opposite of what positive should do, as theater, well, almost scores, and Khudikov theatrically, look at me, I'm so smart, puts the ball, well, almost dives for the ball, basically. I've dropped us back to balance because it's strange to me. Maybe because positive means we play a bit more risky, so we don't control the ball. But at the same time, we had 60% possession at some point. We got the ball there, don't lie to me. And maybe they didn't create anything. My god, man, Vini Jr., one thing he's known for is diving. And one thing Federico Valverde is not known for is scoring more than 10 goals a season. That's his 13th goal of the season. And I understand stuff about football. Valverde is not known for his scoring. I mean, he should be with finishing all that. He side foots it from outside the box. It looks like he's playing golf. The man is like, oh, that's a put. I'm on the green. Let me just slot the ball in. Curls around the corner. Khudikov is just lost. And 2-0 at halftime at the Santiago Bernabeu, we're not playing at all. We're putting in a worrying performance according to our XG, as our total XG was a sizable chunk lower than our opponents. Man, at least we have a 0.04, okay? That could have been a goal. You don't know. Oh my god, Federico Valverde poses a real goal-scoring threat. Hang on. I mean, he scored 7 goals in last season before the game came out, so maybe the game thinks that he's a GOAT, but 9 goals, 3 goals, 9 goals, 9 goals. I mean, he is good, but how good is he shoot 17 long shots? Is he known for his long shooting? To be fair, I don't watch La Liga that much. Tell me in the comments, is he known for this? I mean, he's definitely known for being absolutely incredible. But anyways, let's get back to the second half. I'm kind of scared. I mean, the second half, I think, requires a change of formation. We're going to have to chase the game. I don't believe we're going to make up a 2-0 result regardless. And we're going to need a bit more attacking plays. Last time we changed our tactic, we did something better. This time, we're changing our tactic again. Hopefully, that creates something more. We need to push up a little bit more. We're not causing them any problems. I mean, even causing one problem is more than enough. We've caused them 0.04 problems. That's not much. I mean, look, we were here for revenge. We were here when they tried to, well, they made us not win the final in 1966. And unfortunately, Oh, I was going to say, unfortunately, Valverde decided, yeah, we're going to lose it again. As Theatre kills Popovic. That's a red referee. Everyone saw that. Oh my god. The ref doesn't even give a yellow for this. But the good news is we had an extra shot. 0.06 XG. I'm done. Bye, guys. Have a good one. See you. They have Cucurella. Bye-bye. A team with Cucurella is currently beating me in the Champions League. I'm done. You finish the episode yourself. Bye. Have a good one. Bye. I've just had a 20-minute cry session, and let's continue the game. I am pissed off. Cucurella. They have signed Cucurella. And the episode. I'm done. Bye. Cucurella. Marc Cucurella. Scoring for Real Madrid. Oh boy. Well, in case you were wondering, I do have legs. You know, sometimes when we do YouTube videos, people think that YouTubers have no legs. I do. There we go. I do exist. I'm not just a pretty face. I'm also pissed off because Marc Cucurella came off the bench to score his first goal for Real Madrid. We're losing 3-0 and they're rubbing it in. Oh my god. Cucurella against Martinelli, and Cucurella wins. The man is as useless for Chelsea as I don't even know what. Like, training cones are better than this man at times. And he plays for them. He was signed for 57 million. We got money back for him. 57 million. Carlo Ancelotti has to be a genius to turn this man into something useful. Oh my god. Maybe we should have sold him Borza, because if they would have signed Cucurella for 57, we should have sold Borza, and I think we need to drop back to this. They're destroying us, and not this, that would be a funny thing. They're destroying us completely. We need to be a bit more smart, because 4-0, 5-0 is not on the cards. It wasn't on my bingo card, but Vinny Jr. has almost made it my bingo card, and I think it's time for some subs. 3-0 against Real Madrid. I knew this was going to happen. I had a feeling it was going to happen, but unfortunately, I could do nothing to stop this. So I'm going to take off Saldani, who's been having a bad game. Unfortunately, he disappears sometimes and he gets marked out. And I was going to put Barrios instead, hopefully doing something. I'm going to put Milovanovic on up front as well. Stamenic is not doing good, so I'm going to put on Basic instead of Stamenic. Oh boy, Borza is going to come on instead of Barco. Maybe you can sign him, Real Madrid, if you want a better right back. And Martinelli is going to come off actually for Basic, and Martinelli is going to be replaced by Estevao, because Estevao is going to be the the advanced playmaker. I am depressed. Oh boy. Well, we do have a highlight. Guys, it's the 92nd minute. We have a highlight and we're playing it back. This was not a game that went well. None of our preparations were enough to even surprise Real Madrid. And to be fair, I think that makes sense. I think for all the negativity that has come out of this episode, they are just that much higher than us. Like, I could just play it over and over and over again, resim it, load, save, and then Lord have mercy on my soul. I am selling Saint Just at the first opportunity I have, because the man has lost us more games than even Marc Cucurella lost Chelsea games. Can at least Khudikov save a penalty? That will be absolutely incredible. Look, I know we're not going through to the final. Fair enough. We're nowhere near as good as Real Madrid. We're still a team building in the process. He can't save it. But oh my god, that is a rude awakening. Like I was saying, man, I could sim this. I could load and save. I could save scum. But unfortunately, this just shows the class, the difference in classes. We had an easier run through, fortunately, through the knockouts, and we finally meet a team as of the world class. They've had, 6 shots on target, 4 goals. Our defense could do absolutely nothing against this, and no amount of tactics can help. Most likely what I should have done is park the bus. I don't know how to do that in this game. I don't like to do this in this game, because I want to be more attacking. I mean, as you can see in the Milan video. And unfortunately, this has bitten us in the back. I thought this would be a very good tactic to deal with this. It wasn't. It didn't do a good job. But it's probably going to be something that we play for the next episode as well. Well, for the next episode. For the next game, which is after this Crvena Zvezda game that we have in between, which is annoying. But yeah, I'll see you for the second leg. I mean, I'm sorry that it's been so disappointing, but you still deserve to see both games because, look, we're in the semi-final. That's stupidly respectable, regardless of this, regardless of the scoreline. I'm proud of every single one of you boys. Apart from St. Just. Fucking hate you, man. Okay, so we're back for the Real Madrid game, and the funniest thing ever has happened. First of all, we managed to beat Crvena Zvezda, which is absolutely incredible. Estevao scored a hat-trick, which this guy is an absolute legend. He is developing quite nicely. And we're now approaching a level where I generally have to, again, think about, should I give him the chance to play in the Champions League? Probably not, and to be fair, it's kind of funny because he's probably going to end up at Real Madrid anyways, but that wasn't the funny bit. The funny bit was the fact that we beat him 4-0. So over the 2 games, the score is 4-4. Now, can we do the same thing against Real Madrid? No, but it'll be fun to find out. And the team that's hopefully going to give us the best chance of beating Real Madrid 4-0 is going to be a pretty much similar squad to last game. The only 2 differences is that Gilson is starting at left back instead of, well, left center back really, instead of Vitek, who got a little bit of an injury at the end of the Crvena Zvezda game, which is unfortunate. We're going to put Deans in a deep-lying playmaker position here just to kind of shore up the midfield a little bit. Moinata is going to play because he's back to full fitness. Saldania on the right and Popovic up front. Yikes, man. It's a huge game. We're taking on Real Madrid, this time at home, and the side is a little bit more balanced. We've made some changes here in the tactics. I'm going to try and push the ball a bit faster, and apart from that, we're going to play for set pieces. That's the only basically 4 differences that we had between now and, well, the previous game that we did. I don't know if it's going to make much of a change, but at the same time, I want to come out swinging. 4-0 is not where I want to be as a team. Yes, I know that we should be nowhere near the level of Real Madrid. They are a side, a few years, if not like 5-10 years ahead of us, because obviously they have the history behind it and they have the money. We haven't spent as much as they have, but we are developing players that can maybe compete with them. So we'll see how we do today. I want to see a good result. I don't even want to win. I just want to see a good result. And I hope you can agree. You should be able to see that we're doing great. We're in the semi-final. Guys, enjoy the party. I'm going to go away and enjoy the party at home with you. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We're back to the start of the Champions League, and this is going to be most likely our last game this year. We have gone further than I expected. I was wondering if we're going to go this far. I was wondering if we're going to make it into knockouts. The answer is yes. We're here, and we're taking on Real Madrid, who's a massive side, and they're boosted by the fact that Antonio Silva can actually play today. So they have an even better squad, which is weird, because that means Eder Militao has been kicked out the squad unless he's playing right back. Let me just double check that. No, so he's playing at the right back. Who played last game at center back? I don't remember. But yeah, their squad is incredible. And, I aspire to be like this. They're playing a very simple 4-3-3. They know what they're doing. Every single player on the side is a world-class player that literally came in at the same time and developed together, built a full roster that is just impossible to beat. And we are trying to do the same thing. We've had the changes that they didn't have. We keep buying and selling. Players leave, players join, and we don't have the squad that's, as centralized as theirs is. Because really, that's another game. They haven't changed a single player apart from the fact that one guy was injured. And we have to chop and change a little bit because we're not sure in a lot of positions. Our left back is not ready. Potentially, we need a better defender. Well, actually, not potentially. We need a better defender. Khudikov, is he a world-class player? Popovic, is he a world-class player? Those are the questions I need to be asking. And the last question that I'm afraid to say, is Saldania a world-class right winger? Is he of the levels of Vini Jr.? You know the answer to it, but I don't want to say it out loud, as Vini Jr. is going to show what a world-class winger does. He's going to find Valverde, who's going to score again. Frederic, what's this? 14 goals a season from Federico Valverde. 14 goals and 2 against us in 2 games. Unbelievable. This guy with 17 long shots has been tearing everyone apart. He's been tearing me apart. And it looks like a very simple chance. And yet he curls it in and Milinkovic tried to kick a goalkeeper. Why? I mean, this again, is a rude awakening to just how much behind we are the power curve. We're not ready for the Real Madrids. The only hope of us winning the Champions League in the next few years is that we keep going down the very easy kind of route, being lucky, and then some teams self-destruct, and then I need to develop a counter-attacking tactic at this rate. But I don't think I have the wingers for that, as Camavinga will blow past. Okay, first of all, if that goes in, that is probably the sexiest goal I have ever seen. What was that goal from Osimhen? The man was a fidget spinner, and he put that away. How did he do that? Goal awarded. Let us see what he did. So the ball comes in from, I don't remember who, Camavinga, who blows past St. Just again. Finds Osimhen in the middle. And that was the weirdest goal I've ever seen. But it was beautiful. I mean, Jesus Christ, what can you do if a team is so clinical? As Moinata has a chance, and I was so distracted. We're back. We scored a goal. We scored a goal against Real Madrid, and once again, it is that man, Soufana Moinata. I was talking about him in the first game against AC Milan, of how much I love this man. And he's done it again. I mean, granted, yeah, it was an easy goal, but he was awake for it. And he rudely interrupted what I was going to say. And I'll wait till halftime to actually say it because, you know, it's going to need a bit of time. I was just going to say, what can you do against a team that is so clinical that probably in, I don't even know, in 9 shots on target in 2 games, they have scored 6 goals. Oh my God. I mean, again, you knew that they're going to be so good, and that's absolutely fine. In terms of everything else, Martinelli is having a stinker. I'm going to tell the boys they've been terrible, and it feels so rough to say that, you know, you've been terrible. Man, you're playing against the best team in the world. It's hard to complain about it, and I think this means that Basic is going to have his final game in the Champions League because he's going to Al Taiwan, and I don't know how long he's going to, well, when he's going to come back to Europe and at what level, but he's going to play on the right-hand side, teach us that, look, he was the guy that taught us that right inverted wingbacks are a thing. He introduced this position into our tactics, into our lexicon, let's say this. So he's going to go back here. Martinelli, unfortunately, didn't do too good. And I guess no one else is doing very good either. I mean, Borz is having a bad game. Let's take off. Play Barco instead. You know what? At this rate, just change our wingbacks. Why not? I'm just here for the party. I would like to assume that every single fan that's present at the stadium is there for the party. They're just vibing. They're having a drink. They're just having a good time seeing our team play against Real Madrid. How often does Real Madrid come to visit Belgrade? Not that often, to be fair. And, you know, it's a semi-final. Guys, we've made it to the semi-final. We've done the impossible, and we've done it again. As Matteo Saldaña, 19th goal of the season, beats Courtois. Do we have 4 goals in us? No, but we're drawing Real Madrid. It's a good end to the episode, regardless of what's happening. We've made a change. Barco puts a cross in straight away, and Saldaña with a pinpoint cross finish. Oh my God, the accuracy of that header was beautiful. He had to hit it perfect, and we are back to 2-2. The game looks good. Look, we're getting some chances. Yes, our XG is awful, and yes, they have a corner. And yes, they're going to miss. Oh my God, I thought they were going to score. That would have been a great kind of continuation to my flow. I mean, look, like I was saying, we're having fun. That's the most important bit. The most important bit is that we end this game on a high. We've done our best. We scored 2 goals against the best team in the world right now. And in FM, it has to be surely the best team in the world. And we've shown the big boys that, look, they need to stand up and pay attention to us. Yes, they destroyed us 4-0 at home. But look, we are a team to be reckoned with, as they are playing it from the back quite comfortably. We're not pressing at all. I think Popovic is completely isolated there, unfortunately, which is weirdly not reflected by his rating, as Vini Jr. shoots from outside the box and Marco Correa comes on instead of Federico Valverde. Camavinga moves in here. Okay, that's interesting. I don't really see many of those. Oh, I have to. A man has to dream. A man has to dream. Toma Basic is going to step up and take a free kick against Real Madrid. 66th minute. We haven't seen a free kick in a while. Can he score on his last game in the Champions League? Can Basic? Why do I build this up so much? He can't. He can't. He can't do it. He can't do it. He can't. But that would have been an amazing chance for him to do so. I think it's time for some subs. Maybe after this highlight. I don't know. Cucurella is going to play at the theater. Man, I can't believe that I get baited every single time. I keep thinking that he is going to score and he doesn't. Saldania, can you find someone in the middle? He finds Muinata, who's probably going to come up after this. Finds Saldania. Finds Matteo Saldania. Guys, this is good. Where was this last game? I mean, this was good. Is the way to go against big teams, because the changes that I've made... Okay, great, I can't actually see the changes. I'll do it after when I make some subs. Good finish against Courtois, fair enough. Is it just the fact that we're being clinical? Or is it the fact that we changed some stuff? So I changed work into box, and we're playing direct. Is it gonna work against the big teams? Do I always go direct against the big teams? Is that the meta? Is that what we need to do? Well, maybe. But Popovic is going to come off from Milovanovic, who's going to be an advanced forward. Hopefully his pace can help us. Muinata is doing really, really good, so it kind of hurts me to take him off. I'm going to put an Estevao on instead. And we have one more sub. Do we do it? I think we do. We're going to put Villagra on instead. That way we have another player with some legs who can actually pass the ball out and do some creative stuff. I mean, there's been 5 goals and the XG says it should be less than 2. So that's kind of been an insane game. Milovanovic takes a free kick, finds Gilson, finds Stamenic. Marko Stamenic, that could have been a goal. Imagine the squeaky bum time if we scored and it was 4-2. That would have been good. That would have been incredible. But at least, if we get a win in this game, this would mean that we got some form of revenge on Real Madrid. This episode is massive already. I feel like I've been talking for years. As Milinkovic finds Courtois. How did he manage to miss it? It was harder to miss. But at the same time, you know, Courtois is a massive man with a huge arm span. And I think this will be it. No, it won't. As Milovanovic will run away from everyone. Can we collect some people up front? We can't, as Antonio stops Milovanovic, who's going to find Saldania, and Cucurella is going to counter it, but Villagra finds the ball, finds Basic, who's going to find Saldania, who's shown up for the big games, and Saldania scored a hat-trick against Real Madrid. Matteo Saldania has scored a hat-trick for Real Madrid. What could have been if we parked the bus against Real Madrid? Oh my god, the regret is settling in. I feel it now. What would have happened if we parked the bus against Real Madrid? Saldania is silencing every single hater that says he doesn't show up for big games because he scored a hat-trick against the best keeper in the world, and yet it is not enough. Carlo Ancelotti is happy. 4-2 against Real Madrid. You know what? That's vibes, man. I am extremely pleased with the way the boys responded. Yes, we scored 4 goals in 2 games back to back to back. Unfortunately, man, you can't... I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Do I say this? Sure. We tell the boys that we're happy with this because anything else is going to be a lie. Man, if I said they could have done better, they can't. Man, they beat Real Madrid 4-2 at home. Insane. Why can't we play every game at home? Saldania gets man of the match, and yeah, Real Madrid beat us 4-0 in the first leg, and that was the difference. If we parked the bus and did something different, would the result be different? That was incredible. 30,000 people saw this live. That is a cool thing. And a few of you guys saw it live as well. Absolutely incredible. Oh my god. We changed lots of things at halftime and we fought back with 4 goals. You know what? I will take some of that. I will take some of that. That was me. That was a little bit me. And that was my favorite player in this save. Well, the second favorite, I guess. Sufana Muinata. I love this guy. I am going to probably take this asking price off in case someone bids it, because obviously whilst he has a valuation of 16 to 20 million, if I set it to 23, some crazy man is going to bid 23 million on him and I won't be able to do anything about it. But he has 5 years here. This guy is an absolute legend at the club already. Sufana Muinata, you are the GOAT. But even better, Saldania is the even bigger GOAT. He's valued at 40 to 44 million. I mean, I'm not surprised. He scored 3 goals against Real Madrid. He should be worth way more than that. But anyways, that leads to the end of this episode and most likely the end of this season. We have a cup final to play against Radnički. I forgot to update you. We've had 3 games to play before the first game today. BTSC 2-0, Esteva with a double. BTSC again, this time Saldania with a double. And Vojvodina we had 4-2, where Milovanovic scored a triple. Very good stuff. But yeah, absolutely immense result. I'll see you guys back for the Radnički final and the end of season. And then, and only then, can I start thinking about rebuilding the squad? There's lots of thoughts about it. I will tell you that all in the next episode, but thank you for being here. Thank you for, I felt the belief. I genuinely felt the belief that we can do something magical. And you know what? We have. It's a semi-final of the Champions League against the best side in the world, Real Madrid. And look how they're doing now. They're doing so good. What could have happened? I keep thinking, I keep seeing this. What would have happened if I parked the bus? What would have happened if St. Juice didn't exist? What would have happened if Marc Cucurella played like Marc Cucurella did? Tell me in the comments. This should be a what if episode. You know, Marvel what if we didn't lose to them 4-0? Well, I guess we'll never find out. Bye, guys.